So we have been doing the 7 days of nothing as a family. I feel like our sacrifice has been pretty minimal compared to how the orphans really live, but it's been a good experience for us and a fun challenge. I think the thing that really keeps us going and brings meaning to this challenge is just knowing the cause. We think it's wonderful that Families for Orphans is taking the money that they raise that we'll donate for this and working to reunite the orphans with their families and providing them with a way to take care of their children again, which I think is just incredible. So our family, we have a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 9-month-old. So the hardest thing for them that we've done this week has probably been no lights. And we learned that we don't have very good flashlights. So that has been helpful for when we have an emergency one day. We're going to go buy some new flashlights after this. We've been able to get by with just the lights on our phone in the evenings, and we have a little lamp that we've been using. But that's probably the thing that the kids complain about the most, is just not having lights. They like to be able to see at night and even during the day, in the morning, sometimes in the basement. So that's been the hardest for them. We committed to only doing sponge baths for them this week, so we basically just didn't bathe them until today, day 6, and they complained a little bit about it being kind of cold, but not too much. I think the hardest thing for me has been limiting my driving. I like to get out of the house, and we've had a couple days this week that have been cold and rainy, so we couldn't go on walks or go to the park or anything like that. So that's been a little bit hard for me. The lights has been kind of inconvenient. Just seems hard to do things. And if it's too much of a challenge, then I would just rather not do it if I can't see really well. So I didn't realize how much I depend on that. Luckily, we do have quite a bit of natural light upstairs in our house. But like I said, the weather has been a little cloudy and stormy for a few of the days. So on those days it was the hardest, but other days, most of the day we get by fine. So the other thing I've missed, it hasn't necessarily been really hard for me, but I love taking hot showers, and we did turn down our water heater, so I've missed that a little bit. Haven't looked forward to my showers as much as I usually do. For my husband, I think the hardest thing for him has probably been limiting our phone usage. We set a goal to only use our phone for text and phone calls, and he's used to doing his work email on his phone or other things like that, so that's probably been the hardest thing for him. One day this week, day 4, we did no computer or TV. That was just the one day. We've used it the rest of the week. And that day was a little hard, mostly, again, just because of the weather. I think if we would have been able to get out and go do something, and also having sick kids, so we couldn't go anywhere fun like that. That day was hard, probably mostly just for that reason, just because we couldn't get out and do something. But we did play games together and spend more time together, so that was a positive thing that came from that. Some other positive things that have happened. I do feel like using my phone less has been a good thing. I feel like I've been much more present with the kids during the day or in the evening as a family, not so distracted using our phones, checking my email way more than I need to. We've still had our computer to use except for that one day, so it's not like we've been very deprived, and checking my email once or twice a day is really plenty. So I think that's been a good thing, something that I hope to continue to do more, even after our 7 days of nothing are over. We've also been telling stories at night with the kids instead of reading books, and I think that's been positive, telling them some of the stories from when we were growing up, and that's been kind of fun. We put our iPad away for the whole week, and I honestly haven't missed it. The only time I missed it is when I'm cooking dinner. A lot of times I'll use that to look up recipes, but when we have our computer and our TV and our phones, I don't really feel like we need it, but it's definitely a distraction because when we have it out, we use it. Another positive thing that happened the day that we did no computer or TV, we went to bed a lot earlier, so that was positive too. I think the biggest thing that we've gained from this is just realizing how blessed we are and how cushy our lives are, and appreciating all the nice things that we have, and realizing how much work people in the rest of the world go through just to do basic things like eating and drinking and washing their clothes and their dishes and other things like that. So we've been grateful for this opportunity to think about the blessings that we have and how we can give back, and that's all.